Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 6 of Trillionaire, where we are a $653,000 millionaire. That's a fair bit short of Trillionaire. So, again, this world here, it's a single player world, so it doesn't run well offline, obviously. I'm sure at some point I'll probably find sufficient reason to move this world onto my server, and when and if I do that, we can generate tons of money while I sleep. Really, that's the best way to get money, right? Make money while sleeping. What more could you ask for? Anyways, back to what we were doing. At the end of last episode, I started making a machine frame, and I think we're still making it because I actually just logged out like 2 minutes after I stopped recording. So, this didn't really make much progress while offline. So, it's slowly lazing away. Our current energy production is 5 from this and 60 from this for a whopping total of 65 RF a tick. So yeah, that takes it the better part of forever to scrounge up the million RF to make a machine frame. But while that crafts, that gives us some chance to look at what is coming up here. So one thing I really want to get to, well, let's see, we're about to get these machines. I really want to get the mass fabricator. Is that too much to ask for? All the way up here? The mass fabricator can make machine frames in this pack, and it can make it pretty cheaply. So, matter fabricator, whatever, storage scanner, replicator, all that jazz. So, it's probably more than one episode's journey away. How about for in immediate terms then, let's just make more steam dynamos so that we can make at least a reasonable amount of power. On second thought, instead of using coal to power a steam dynamo, why don't we use redstone to power an innovation dynamo? So the redstone ore costs 3 times as much as a coal ore, but you also get 3 times as much redstone per ore as you get coal per ore. So that combined with the fact that a piece of redstone generates more power than a piece of coal, I think a coal is 24,000, means that we get more power per dollar, which is really the resource we're trying to optimize here, right? And the this dynamo isn't any more expensive. It just requires electrum gears. So did I make electrum gears? No, I made electrum ingots. All right, let's make a batch of electrum gears real quick. That's gold and silver. It also seems like as good a time as any to learn how to use the auto buyer. So, right, I guess we probably want to tell it what to buy. I want it to buy redstone ore. Buy this. Yeah, I don't care. Buy as much as you can and put it, where does it put the output? On top? How do I turn this on? Well, don't buy thousands of it. Buy 20 redstone ore a tick. Fire. Maybe it goes to one of the sides. I'm going to read the quest, which probably tells me how to use the auto buyer. Just kidding, it doesn't tell me how to use the auto buyer. Ah, I have to tell it that I'm buying an item, not a fluid. There we go. And then for this, we can now this button works in multiples of 64, which makes a lot more sense. So let's buy 64. Really doesn't. It's going to buy until the inventory you're linked to is full, which probably means we want a smaller chest. Are there micro chests? Excellent. So I think it's put the chest up here and then give it a redstone signal to turn it on. So make a lever. And with any luck, hey, would you look at that? That is full. I assume we only pay if we actually buy the thing. Is that true? I just want to make sure our number isn't going down. Which, as far as I can tell, it's going up. Could be going up because we're earning money. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we only pay for what we buy, not what we fail to buy because the inventory is full. Sweet. So, something simple as this, we can buy redstone ore. Now, let's grab some of these gears. Wait, I'll wait for a 16th one. And make some innovation dynamos. I would like probably more than 3. Or these ingots. Probably less than 16. Well, I mean, they only use fuel while they're running, right? Alright, I guess 6 is a reasonable stopping point for now. We can make more later if needed. And I'll just set them up over here to make us power. got somewhat limited item transport options for now, so I'll use transfer nodes here, but they should move items around fast enough. You technically get a little bit more energy out of your redstone if you turn it into blocks before... Oh, I'm accidentally powering that. Hold on. You get a little bit more energy out of your redstone if you turn it into blocks before you... Oh, you have no energy. Before you feed it into the dynamos, but it's probably good enough just to directly feed them in. Like, individual pieces are 64k. You get one piece for free. You get 640k for 9 instead of 640k for 10 if you do blocks, but you also, gain the complexity of needing an auto crafter of some sort. On second thought, maybe the mechanical crafter would be a good idea to craft them into blocks. Not because I want that 10% extra power, although that is welcome, but because transfer nodes are painfully slow at moving items over long distances if you don't have speed upgrades, which I don't. And as a result, by using blocks, you have to move less items. So I don't even have, I can't make it round robin or any of that good stuff, so it won't feed to the second machine until the first one is fully backstuffed. But eventually, it'll turn all of these on. And right now our crusher's not getting enough power because so much of it is being spent on the power. But yada yada yada, eventually all of these will turn on. Secondly, this is getting extremely laggy. I think I have to move it. And I might just do that now. That sounds awful. I'll put it off. I'll do it sometime, though. But yeah, it's becoming apparent that it has to go. With an extra 360 RF a tick, it now takes not that long to make 1 million RF to finish the frames. So, both of our frames are done. And let's continue on. Now, let's see, if my goal is to make it there, we need this quest, that quest, this one, a Magma Crucible. Alright, let's start with a Magma Crucible then. Making the Magma Crucible is going to take hardened glass, so we actually need a induction smelter to make the Magma Crucible. Lots of gears, Invar and copper this time. Alright. The induction smelter unlocks a whole lot of options for us. It is our first alloy smelter type thing. Unfortunately, it cannot make one very important alloy for us, and that is energetic alloy, because that is needed for the universal cable. I don't think it can. There's not a recipe to make energetic alloy here, is there? No. It is a 2-input only alloy smelter. But it can make some other things like hardened glass and all the alloys I've been making in the smeltery can be made in the induction smelter instead. Go along with the induction smelter, I made a pulverizer because that makes a pulverized obsidian. There's a couple other ways to make it, but I think the pulverizer is just the easiest one available. The other reasonable choice was the macerator, but the macerator only processes crushed obsidian into this, so you have to macerate it twice, and you only get 1 per, whereas pulverizer gives you 4 per. Anyways, I'm going to leave this here to process some obsidian, some lead. It'll take it some time. But during that time, I think I need to produce more steel. Each machine frame takes 9 pieces of steel, and this crude blast furnace is not really cutting it anymore. In fact, this coke oven is also not really cutting it anymore. So let's look into upgrading our coke oven and blast furnace. I did see that, when looking into the pack, there was some advanced blast furnace goodness somewhere. Let me see if I can... or advanced coke oven rather, somewhere. I see the advanced blast furnace here, but don't see anything about upgrading our coke oven. They found this modular machine that's called a heavy coke oven. I can only imagine that's a upgraded coke oven. Looks like it's even made from 26 coke bricks. So let's see what it takes to make these components, and I assume we can... I think I saw modularium for sale in here, so we'll probably have to buy some of that. Yeah, at $100 a pop, that's basically free. Alright, let's see if I can scrounge together enough stuff for a heavy coke oven. All the modular machine components are very cheap. It's just a little bit of modularium and redstone, gold, basically free stuff. And then we can make all the hatches as well. The only thing is we need 36 steel ingots, or steel plates, and I have 35 steel ingots, so I'm one short. Hey, there we go. We have 36. So if I take these, make them into plates. Thank you. No steel plates. We should be able to upgrade our coke oven. Ended up spending $20,000 on modularium because it's easy to get carried away and just like make all the highest tier hatches and accidentally make half a stack of machine casings when you needed 4. Yeah. I'm not, perhaps when money is easy come, it is also easy go. Anyways, let's see. Now that I have those components, I just need the plates. These are almost done. Let's give this a speed up. Vroom vroom, buddy. 36 steel sheet metal. And the last component is 26 coke bricks. So this is 27. I'm willing to bet the missing one is just the one in the middle. So I was going to say I'm going to let it finish its current piece, but apparently I'm not going to let it finish its current piece. And we can build out the improved coke oven. Unfortunately, there's no crafting recipe for the actual item here, which means that I can't use... Wait, can I use the preview? No, I can use the preview from here, can't I? Never mind. Unfortunately, nothing. So let's put it right here. How's that look? Looks good to me. The fluid output is on the bottom, which is a little annoying, but on the other hand, my fluid output holds 10 million millibuckets, so that's kind of an infinite buffer. We don't need, I just hold my output in there. I don't need to send it anywhere. Anyways, then I'll just build the rest of the structure around it. Are these right blocks? I've been spoiled by the previews that tell you, like, when you hold an item, it tells you where that specific item goes. I have ever higher demands for my in-world previews, but I'll make do. This ought to do it. I rotated it 90 degrees from the preview, so yeah. It doesn't quite line up with the preview. How do I make it go away now? Go away. Go over there. No? Go over there. Alright, away enough. So a good thing about this preview, or about this multi-block, is that it is both faster. It takes 300 ticks to make coke, and we get a bonus. For every 16 coal that goes in, we get 20 coke out. So that's a lot of input slots. Unfortunately, that means we can't process blocks, but at the same time, that's a lot of inputs. So there it goes. 300 ticks is 15 seconds. So 15 seconds later, we should get some coke out the other side. And thanks to my investment of $20,000 for these ludicrous hatches, we basically don't need output buffer chests. The hatches themselves have like 30,000 slots. So this whole coke can now be turned into steel. We could continue to use the blast furnace or like an improved variant of it, but I think it's actually easier just to do it all in the induction smelter now. So now that we have an induction smelter, don't quite have enough iron, but it's like this is as slow as it gets, right? This is a basic tier induction smelter with no augments, and it's already like 100 times faster than the blast furnace. But I think, Mr. Blast Furnace, you've done your job. Thank you. I'm going to need more machine frames, so let's get our power running again. I suspect by now, all these should have max energy. Yeah, they've basically all been running. When they're maxed, they run at 1/10 power, so like, they're incapable of completely shutting down, but when they're running at min power, basically 1/10 power level, fuel lasts 10 times as long. So they technically do waste energy, but they don't waste a lot of it. Cool. So I'm going to need a few more of these frames to make the Magma Crucible next. Technically, the Magma Crucible is to get Signalum. I'm pretty sure we can make this without it. We need the Signalum blend, which requires destabilized redstone. Although I think, yeah, we can directly melt redstone in a smeltery to get it, and then, pour it into a bucket or similar container. But whatever, I'm going to follow what the quest says because I want to unlock, I don't want to leave all of these quests locked because I was too lazy to make a single machine. While my machine frames craft, let's take a very quick second to take a detour and make some enchanting stuff. So we need bookshelves and an enchanting table. You know what? This can fit in our house. This is what we'll use our house for. Enchanting. The house is even. We're not going to use the house anymore. This house is useless. It's even width. It's circular. It's got no redeeming factors. Perhaps the one redeeming quality of the house is that we can build outside of it if we like. So, let's do some enchants. Well, before we actually do any enchants, let's get some level manipulation. So, I expect the experience book thingy from Thermal is what we want to use. I can't make this yet. Home of Knowledge, that's what it's called. So, we can, what is it, regular right click to store EXP in here, get down to 30 levels, and then we can enchant it with holding, so it can hold more levels. The bar went down, but the amount of EXP in it is the same. It's just that the total amount of EXP it can hold went up. And our need more EXP. Do we have the thing that keeps the lapis in the enchanting table? Lapis does not stay in the enchanting table. A shame. Small quality of life things. Anyways, I wanted a reservoir that holds over 60 buckets of stuff, so I did that. Now let's melt all this redstone. Oh. We're not hot enough to melt this. Interesting. Can I run pyrotheum as fuel? It's occurred to me that even if I could, I can't make liquid pyrotheum until I have a fluid extractor. I suppose, or a melter, but that's far later down the line. So I guess the quest book is right. The Magma Crucible is a strict requirement to progress further. So nether brick and that quartz stuff are hardened glass. Let's see. Instead of going to the nether like a reasonable person would get nether brick, I'm gonna buy it. You can buy it and then smelt it. I still don't have an electric furnace, so I guess we keep using coal-powered ones. The Magma Crucible goes with its best friend, the Fluid Transposer. So let's try melting this stuff down first. Oh boy, you're slow. Speed up, please. And I guess I can't directly fill this. And then we'll try using it as smeltery fuel. If it doesn't work, then well, it doesn't work. Try it. So empty that, put that in. It definitely accepts it as fuel. Still thinks it's lava fuel though. That's definitely not lava. Let's break and replace it. Obviously it smeltery doesn't. Wait, nope, wrong tank. I put the empty tank back. This tank in. Do you think you still think you're lava powered? I think this pack isn't configured to yeah, I don't think it's configured to accept pyrotheum as a fuel, which is a shame. Since we can't get our smeltery hot enough to melt this redstone to make signalum, we have to do it in the Magma Crucible. And oh boy, this is gonna take a while. How long exactly are we talking here? Wait a second. The smeltery does say you can use blazing pyrotheum. Why didn't it detect it? I'm gonna play with that a bit more. I don't know exactly how long this is gonna take, but this is probably slower than our blast furnace is. So we're just gonna start that process and let it do its thing for a while. I'm gonna try to get this to accept the blazing pyrotheum again. There we go. I think because I previously had lava in here, it was basically in the process of burning lava, so I put some other material in. In fact, can I smelt this here? Is this safe? Yeah, that will make an alloy, right? I had to put some other thing in to consume the active burning piece before it would update. And now it's detecting the blazing pyrotheum, and now it can melt redstone. So, back here, your services are no longer required because I don't have the patience to wait for you to do the thing. I think I can get all the destabilized redstone out of there by just doing this. Whoops. One more click. No, that put it in. this just acts as a tank. How do I want you to empty it? Now, maybe you can't empty out of the drain like that. That's a shame. Getting fluids out of the smeltery quickly is remarkably difficult right now. Does that work? Oh, that does. Excellent. I guess that makes it easier. We'll pour it into a tank here, and then we can empty it from the tank into our reservoir. And then we can use that to craft. To help with time to bottling machines, let us be able to go above the limit that machines normally intake energy limit at. Let's make a good capacitor. I guess this is probably as far as we can go for now. And we need some way to charge it. I think a energizer from Actually Additions. Well, it would be the best choice if I had the materials for it. Let's get some more steel. The energizer can basically go up to 50,000 RF a tick charge rate. Well, it's practically limited by how much energy I can jam into it, which I guess is 1,000. Are hardened flux ducts? I thought these were 4K. Or not fluid, yeah, not fluid ducts, flux ducts. It's 4K. Why'd you only say 1K? I don't know. Well, its actual energy charge rate is much higher than the energetic infuser. Is that what it's called? The thermal expansion machine. So, whatever. I'll just leave this here to charge, but actually, let me demonstrate how I plan to use it. If I, say, want my pulverizer to run faster, right, if I just hit it with the time in the bottle, at 3 ticks, the energy starts going down. But if I put the capacitor here, I can go all the way up to 5. And as long as the capacitor has energy, it can make up the difference for what the fluid duct or flux duct is unable to provide. And we can go all out, even 6 ticks, but that drains the capacitor pretty quick. It also uses the time in my bottle, which I don't have all that much, but still, right now I need this stuff pulverized to make my to make the signalum, so pulverizes it very quickly. Anyways, I melted exactly 64 buckets of destabilized redstone, so I can make exactly 4 stacks. Be empty now, right? Yeah. I guess you can empty it through that. You can make exactly 4 stacks of signalum, and we can turn it all into ingots. The smeltery casts it into ingots. We can also make blocks if needed. And in fact, it's fast. It's very fast if you pour it into blocks, but it's tough to automate because you don't want to end up with like a half casting basin full. Anyways, that unlocks a bunch more quests. I kind of want to do this one real quick, power conversion into Minecraft rules, because that means we don't have to use these silly engines anymore. And these are both slow, right? They only produce 1 Minecraft joule a tick, and they burn coal, which is annoying, and you have to keep them fed all the time. The energy bridge itself is like the heart of the converter, but you need some other components too. You need a consumer, so that's the input type energy, and I want to input Fe, so I need to make this consumer. And then you need a producer, and that's for the output type. So I want a MJ producer. I guess it's configured in this pack that you can only input RF or F or EU and only output MJ with this mod. You cannot convert RF to EU with this specific energy converter. You have to use mechanism cables for that. So let's make this. With this, then we need a way to actually extract the MJ. So that's a wooden kinesis pipe, I believe. And I'm sure this is also annoying to craft. Oh no, it's not that bad. Pleasantly surprised. And then a way to transport MJ, which are golden kinesis pipes. All right, so with this, let's make all 8 of those. Let's switch our laser table setup over for, don't jump on that, Jimmy, from being directly powered by Stirling engines to piggybacking off our RF producers. Like so. Now we are, I don't know what the conversion rate from RF to MJ is, but we are blasting away at 10 MJ a tick. So it's both faster than we were doing before, and maybe it's 100 to 1. I don't know. It's faster. It doesn't require using the Sterling engines, and yeah, it's just all around better. Because this pipe is saturated, I assume we're actually limited by the kinesis pipe, like the wooden pipe. How much does that extract? It does. The above limit isn't enforced, so I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. Back on the journey to a matter fabricator. Next step is to make a basic capacitor. So I guess we just made the signalum, the electron tube we can already make. Next is the grains of infinity. Suspect we do it the normal way? Yeah. We light bedrock on fire, or we pour fire water on it. Can we make fire water yet? Probably not. No, it requires a vat, and that requires Ender-IO. So I guess we do it with, or wait, we nab a bucket of this. We can use this to light fires, right? It did say overworld only, so let's continue our tunnel here all the way down to bedrock and set up something to try to automatically produce grains of infinity. Well, some bad news. We don't have flat bedrock. We have this very, very not flat bedrock. However, if I put pyrotheum there, we still get some fire. It's just not quite as much as I was hoping for. If you have flat bedrock, you can make the entire, like all your pyrotheum gets surrounded by fire. But we'll make do. If I clear this out a little bit more, you can hear it's straight up working already. It's producing grains of infinity. So when the fire burns out, there's a 50% chance, I think, or at least some percent chance that it produces grains of infinity. So all I have to do is set something, whoopsies, then automatically collect it. Draconium. Burn draconium. And for that, I meant to bring a drawer, but I forgot. So we'll use a crate and just put an item collector on there. I don't know how big a radius it needs, but it'll grab it. It'll grab everything else as well, but once, basically everything else is a one-time thing, and now it's producing grains of infinity. So, not the fastest, but it's plenty fast, I think, because it's more or less directly under our base. It'll be loaded by, in fact, is it in my chunk loading area? No, I should expand this. In fact, I should definitely expand it to include our farm, but, good enough. This will be loaded just as long as I'm in the base. So let's take those 8 pieces and head back. This is probably just the first of many, but there are some capacitors. Thankfully, these aren't like the Project Ozone capacitors, where it's a whole project just to get them. But we need them to make advanced circuits. This recipe looks familiar too. I don't know where it's... Well, maybe it's not all that familiar. Whatever. Can I make these yet? Can I make a metallurgy confuser? And no, we cannot. I don't know how many of these I'll need, but I only have the circuits to make 2 for now. Thankfully, that gives us some advanced circuits back. Alright, well, from here we have some options. I could go directly into trying to make the mass fabricator, but we actually need, it does need power, and a non-trivial amount of it at that. And some other stuff. So I think we actually want to take a slight detour into IC2 power, or somehow get over to mechanism pipes. But mechanism pipes are like 30,000 frame or 30,000 quests away. Is that true? It's not true, right? No, they're right here. Actually, yeah. Let's take a detour to get here to basic universal cables. Part 1 of that detour is to make simple Ender-IO machine frames. So I've only got 2 machine frames left, so let's make 2 simple machine frames. Does it say how much energy this takes? No, but I assume it takes 1 million in the empower, or in the combination crafting. So I assume it also takes it a million in the empower. Shouldn't be that bad. Let's just wait for it to finish. 1 million now is, well, couple minutes of production with all these innovation dynamos running. Also, wouldn't be that much of an additional detour to try to get down to the hardened upgrade kit, which needs Enderium. In fact, maybe we can work on that in parallel. So I want Cinnabar. It's definitely not strictly needed to make Cinnabar to get platinum, because we could just buy platinum ore. But Cinnabar is not that hard to make, right? We can pulverize gold or pulverize redstone ore for 25% at it. Sure. Give me a stack of this and you can rebuy your stack. And we'll run you through the pulverizer real quick. By and large, though, I'm only doing this for the to complete the quest. We can, again, use it as a... Let's see. I think if we use it as the flux in an induction smelter with, nickel, we get a guaranteed piece of platinum. But I think it's easier if I just head over here to our buyer. I've been buying a lot of ores, so our total money has not really been going up, which is really telling me that I just need to make more money or run offline farming. Anyways, grab a stack of platinum ore, and this is a much easier way to get platinum. I'll probably just double this in a smeltery as usual, yeah? What happens if I pulverize it? What's my byproduct? Iridium. Can we buy iridium ore too? Does it look like it? Maybe that is valuable enough. Yeah, I guess that is valuable enough. I'll run it through the pulverizer. Technically, the next quest calls for a platinum ingot, but we actually want platinum in dust form. So all the more reason we should pulverize it, because it's used to make Enderium. I assume the goal is to make Enderium blend, and then we can use this to turn it into the ingot, which can be done in a smeltery as well. Perfect. So I'll make one ingot just to clear the quest, and then I'll leave the rest in dust form. Much as I did with the Signalum, I have 64 buckets of resident ender from ender pearls that I bought. Not cheap to buy that many ender pearls. In fact, it put us below 100,000 again, but oh well. That makes us 4 buckets, or 4 stacks rather, of Enderium blend, which will melt for ingots. Enderium takes a week and a half to cool down, but it's easier to make it this way than, at least for now, because we're doing it manually, than to try to like smelt it in the alloy or induction smelter or something. I guess I noticed the arc furnace recipes in this pack are all much faster than they oh wait, no they're not. It shows the time in seconds instead of time in ticks, isn't it? I don't remember. Is it default or before? Are these faster than regular arc furnace recipes, or am I crazy? I feel like these are faster than regular arc furnace recipes, although it might just be the fact that they're showing it. No. Regular arc furnace recipes take like 400 ticks, right? These are 10 times faster than regular arc furnace recipes. Given that, maybe it's worth investing in an arc furnace. I don't know. But back to matters at hand. Thankfully, we can use the time in a bottle to speed up the cooldown, like the cooling down of metals in here. So that's good. I need 1 gear because the gear is to make the Ender Crafter. I gotta get better at like clicking this instead of shift clicking when I only want 1. But anyways, there's 1 of those, 4 of these, and that gives us 8 more. And with that, we can start making hardened upgrade kits. We can have less awful machines. Anyways, these don't take power, so I guess we just put them anywhere. We don't need this anymore, so let's take this down. And let's just put our Ender Crafter here. 12 alternators gets us up to a decent crafting speed. Let's place them around it in any shape you so desire. If I make 4 more, I can complete the ring. Let's do that. Time to get humming. Is these recipes shaped? Doesn't look like it. Oh, they don't make the humming noise the QED makes. That's a disappointment. So I guess even with 12 Ender alternators, this thing is glacially slow. The Ender Crafter sucks. But what doesn't suck is that our simple machine chassis are done. With that, we can make an alloy smelter. Well, we can make a simple alloy smelter. Because I think, we need an actual machine frame. Oh boy. lots of steps there. But we can at least make the simple alloy smelter, which only uses one of these simple machine frames. How simple. And the first thing I want to make with this is energetic alloy. So that's redstone, glowstone, and gold, I believe. We have redstone. How can I make glowstone? Oh, we can. That's an awful recipe to make glowstone. I guess I can just turn blocks. Here, let's see. Can I uncompact this in a drawer? It's much easier to do this than it is to... Oh, that's not quite what I want. Glowstone dust. There we go. Apparently we can compact it as well, but this is much more efficient than trying to like just mine it. One glaring downside about these simple machines is that they are molasses slow. So we'll just start that. The quest reward for it gave us, it calls it an advanced chicken coop, but the item I got says it's an ender gateway, which sounds a lot more interesting than an advanced chicken coop. So I'm gonna at least preview it. We'll see what it is. Preview. That's mycelium. What's the purpose? Oh, it's an end portal. Oh, that's cute. All right. Can I make the preview go away? We'll definitely put that somewhere. That is useful. But this is what we've been waiting for. Energetic alloy, with which we can do a lot of stuff with energetic alloy, but most importantly, or perhaps very importantly, we can make universal cables. And these can transform between RF, EU, and joules. These are just a basic tier, which are 12.5. Unit is kilojoules, but I think kilojoules, it's a different joule. Oopsies. Apparently that doesn't connect directly to that. It's a different joule than the Minecraft joules. So I think joules are, yeah, they're mechanism joules. I don't know how that converts to RF, man. There's too many units. But they connect to IC2 machines, which is great. But anyways, I think that's all the time we have for today. So we'll hold off on actually hooking up our IC2 stuff to the energy network until I can make enough basic universal cables to convert everything over to it. So that's that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.